4 different art supplies and 4 sketchbook ideas. When it's cold and cozy but you don't know what to draw, these are the winter sketchbook ideas you need to try. We need a cloth, sketchbook and watercolor. In the big sketchbook, starting off super cozy, we are painting a tree. It's a bit wobbly and we're using watercolor paint, so I'm just hoping this will be okay. First, you're gonna want to grab a paintbrush and pick some colors for a tree. Obviously, we all think that trees are green, but the way to really bring this piece to life is to actually add yellow and blue. Yellow for the highlights, and the shadows will be blue leaning. You can spice it up, you can add various different colors, but have a reference photo ready and try and get the brightest parts yellow. It's gonna make it look vibrant, it's gonna make it pop. But this is looking questionable. Unfortunately, some paper can warp a lot. Even if it's 100% cotton like this one, it's good paper, but it just happens to warp. The best thing to do in this case is to just leave it to dry a little bit. It does pull, but just give it a moment, just move on, come back to it when it's a little bit drier. We've got a big tree in the middle and 2 on the sides. There's a little bit in the background too. You just want to start off with a lot of yellow and then bring in those deeper tones, but also adding a little bit of pink now just to make it pop. It doesn't need to look very much like a tree. Just look at the darkest and lightest points on your reference and get the shape down. Doesn't have to be realistic, but of course you can add splatters. Once that first layer is dry, feel free to use a hairdryer to speed up the process. You can then go in with a slightly darker tone and try to add each of the branches. Honestly, this can look like blobs. This doesn't have to be super accurate. We just want to have a good base to work with before reaching for an acrylic marker. This one is actually a metallic gold, loosely added a star, completely optional. You just want to make some squiggles going all the way down each tree. Infer where the branches are. You can see it's not super Christmassy, but that gold really just adds something, and it only takes 5 minutes. Grabbing the mixed media sketchbook now. Ignore the bleed through, haven't done that project yet, because the acrylic markers are out and we're reaching for various fun colors, literally any colors you want. This sketchbook idea is themed around snowflakes. Perfect for winter. But the style we're going for is not realistic in the slightest. We're trying to create a little bit more of a pattern. That means that for the background, there are various lines and shapes. You can see they kind of resemble like almost arrows. We've got 3 different colors and we're just making up a pattern as we go. Focusing on whatever shape you like. It could be rectangles, it could be circles, it could be triangles, it could be random shapes with however many lines and points. It really doesn't matter. It's completely up to you. Focus on your creativity. Don't plan ahead. Just pick up that pen and fill the background however you wish. The shapes are coming into play with what's going on top, so this is really gonna help it match. Okay, so what's going on top? Well, we need a snowflake. There are so many different options to choose from. There are so many different shapes. This sketch is super simple. Literally just add the lines that need to go down. Then grab your pens. Again, any color. My theme is very, very bright. Look at the snowflake reference and try and see what shapes you can see in it. Make the snowflake in a slightly block style. The idea with this sketchbook idea is that you are looking at things in nature or just everyday objects. You can really do it with anything and trying to see what shapes make up that object. What are the components? Are they diamonds, circles, triangles? What are they? Got the middle, got the edges of the snowflake. You can loosely see this is gradually coming together. The technique itself really can work with any anything though. You could draw a mug, a cup of tea, and see what components make up that shape. Or if there's a design on it, try and turn the design into shapes. It could be a landscape, that could look really cool. Adding various little shapes to the background. It's a chaotic page with lots of little dots around the outside too. But you know what? I love that we've taken such a iconic thing like a snowflake and turned it almost into its abstract form. There really is so much you can do with this idea. Pick anything in your room, focus on the shapes, and you can have a lot of fun with this technique. It's time to pack up the prize for the very first week. The winner is Rika Herbs and they're getting a trading card at random, and it's this green one along with 2 stickers and a couple of little extras on there. These are my freebie stickers that are in every order, and now it's all ready to be shipped off to the other side of Europe. But who will be the winner of week 2? Well, we've actually got 68 entries. Thank you so much. That's crazy. But who is it gonna be? Who's gonna get their hands on my brand new book? Ah, it's Eric's happy wife. Congratulations, and now on to week 3. Hiya, welcome to the 3rd week of Christmas giveaways. If you're new here, every week in the lead up to Christmas, there's a different giveaway. I upload a new video every Thursday and Sunday, and it's every Thursday that the new giveaway starts and the winner is announced. So make sure you set up notifications so you don't miss it. Okay, enough of that. What can you win? This week, the big prize is this gorgeous little mushroom tote bag. I actually bought this as a sample years ago, meaning to arrange a giveaway, and I just never got around to it. But this could be yours, along with these adorable little stickers, the gorgeous matte Medusa sticker, and of course Michelangelo's David to go with that. They're such a cute pair. All you need to do to enter week 3 is subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and comment below your favorite food. The giveaway is international. Best of luck. The Daily Doodle Diary is out, and I am super excited for this idea. The reference is a robin, the cutest winter bird. For this idea, you're gonna wanna grab some papers. They don't have to be bought, they can be anything you've got lying about. I don't know about you, but I do have a drawer full of junk. What we're looking for is different textures, and we don't need many. This one is gonna be perfect though, because we've got some lovely orange and red tones. For this idea, we're creating a collage piece of a robin. So we need a red for the belly, we need a brown grey tone for the top and the wings. The birds themselves are iconic, so the colours don't need to match up perfectly. Just do a loose sketch on the paper that is the shape of the bottom of the head and the belly. But we're actually gonna need another piece of paper, you know, a lighter colour, because there are 3 components to this bird, really. The head, the wings, and the belly. That's what we're focusing on with only 3 pieces of paper. It doesn't matter what's on each of the paper, just pick something that is a similar enough color. Like this kind of looks like a tea towel. We've got floral, and then we've got a world map. None of those things are on a robin, obviously, and that is completely fine. There are so few components to this that it really is a super simple introduction to collage. A big section for the head and the wing, pop the red belly on top, and then we're cutting a bigger section for the rest of that belly to go down. When it comes to the rest of the bird, we're just going to use whatever's left on these sheets of paper, not looking for the perfect color, the perfect pattern, going with the flow and just using the 3 sheets we have. And I think we're ready to glue it in now. At the moment, we only have 3 components, but you can already see this bird is coming together. Okay, so what's next? These are the legs, and these are the little feet. Using what we already have, we're gonna stick in these little triangles for the legs. We've got a bit of a beak there too. And as long as we don't have the same paper touching it, this piece is gonna look different. It's going to have contrast. You can see we've reused the same orange for the legs, for the feet, but then the color of the belly is also the same as the beak, because this bird is so iconic that as soon as we stick the beak in and we stick an eye down, it's gonna look like a bird. Just use whatever you have left on the paper and adapt with it. I do actually have enough space to separate the wings, so we're gonna stick a little bit of red on top. But now we have the most important step. I don't know where it is. Yes, it's a little hole punch. We need an eye. Once this bird has an eye, it's gonna come together. But this is a little bit too small. So if you have a hole punch lying about, use it to make the eye, and then draw an even bigger circle, cut that out. So you have 2 circles making up the eye. Just use whatever colors you've been using for this entire process. It will come together. And you know what? I really love this hole punch look. Like, it's simple, but it's a really simple way to create these easy circles. So I think we should fill the entire background with circles. Yep, I'm using every single part that's left on these sheets of paper to make a ton of different circles. Not only is this fun, but this is a super simple way to fill the background. All you need to do is stick in each of those circles. You don't have to rely on cutting the circles well or drawing the circles well. It doesn't take skill really. You're just hole punching each of the colors. And because we've limited ourselves to only using 3, it's making this piece look cohesive. Oh, we've even got more paper left. Like, this is one of the best pieces in the Daily Doodle Diary so far. I love it. And it's quick and easy. 3 pieces of paper, a hole punch, and some scissors, and you can make this cute little bird. Now we're back in the tiny little sketchbook from Peachtober. If I can open these bottles, that is. Clip the paper down, have some water, and for this method you can use watercolor or ink. Today I'm using watercolor ink. Wet the page, drop some color down. This is a super simple, quick idea. You don't need to use a big sketchbook. You don't need to allot very much time. Just drop some color down on a page. And because it's negative space, I'm now reaching for acrylic ink. You could use watercolor, just be very gentle with what's already down. You could use acrylic markers, you could use acrylic paint, you can pop anything on top, and it's completely up to you what the subject is. Today I'm drawing a cute little mug because I don't know about you, but since winter has come, since the weather's gotten colder, my tea intake has gone up, like significantly up. I'm now consistently on 4 teas a day. It's just so cold. You can add shapes, you can add patterns, you can add whatever you like. Work with where the blooms are on your page. If there's a particular area you like, feel free to adapt your design. I've just drawn a cute little mug on top, filled in the background, a couple of swirls, supposed to be steam on top there. It's a super simple way to quickly fill a sketchbook, and you can adapt it for anything. Well, they are the 4 winter sketchbook ideas that I hope you'll try. All super different. Give this video a like if you'd like to see more. Have a great day, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye bye.